Hi, you guys. It's Shell with Women of Passion. This is Danielle Vincent, and she's my Women of Passion for September. What an honor. Yay.
Yay!
Okay, as you know, we have three segments. So the first one's going to be introducing you, and I know you have multiple passions in your life, and so we're first going to talk about your career as far as college right now, because that's your main staple of career. Maybe talk about your husband for a little bit, because he's an amazing person, just a real hero of the community, and then we'll get into your business passion and then your other business passion. Okay, so
Okay.
so let's start. Okay, so tell us a little bit about, how are you a native Sacramento?
No, I'm actually from Orange County, and I
Okay.
grew up there, and I moved here, oh my gosh, maybe like 8 years ago.
Okay.
But this feels like home to me. I don't know that I'll ever really leave Sacramento, or at least like the area, or always have some sort of anchor here. I really like it.
Did you meet your husband here in this area?
I did. I met him here in Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't follow you out, huh?
No, no, that's actually how I just ended up in Northern California, but we don't talk about that
Okay,
guy
well,
anymore.
we're not talking about that. Okay, let's just highlight some things that are really
Okay.
amazing about you. Okay, we have a stack of books here. What does this mean?
Um,
I follow you, so I hear the moans and groans of these big words you have to learn. But what is it all going to be when you?
I study philosophy.
Okay.
So it's a specific um, end of it. So it's
Okay.
ethics, law, and politics with a strong emphasis on ethics. So
Nice.
that's really what I study. I do a little bit of epistemology, language, metaphysics. So I get the whole spectrum of philosophy, but my passion is in the ethics side.
So leading up to it, you did all the regular general
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So you did all that. How long did that take you to get to this point? So
Um,
where are you at as far as you're in the junior, senior year? Where are you
So
at?
I'm in my senior year.
Okay.
I have one class left that I'll take next semester. So technically, that scraggler at the end
So you're going to
pushes
be
me.
class of 2016?
Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. And so what, Sac State or?
Sac State right now, I did my general ed at Sac City College.
Okay.
And I picked up 2 minor degrees there before I came
Okay.
to Sac
So
State.
you've been a professional student for a little bit now, huh?
Yeah.
Need a break? Do you get so you
Um,
go right through the summer as well, or do you get the summers off?
I took this summer off.
Okay.
So at Sac State, it's a little different. When you go in on summer, it's quite a commitment that I needed a break.
Okay.
So at Sac City, it was a little different. So I took summer classes there.
Okay. So this is really great. Is there a story or any kind of particular book that is really like kind of touches the heartstrings a little bit in philosophy? I understand you're doing the ethics part, but you have to learn all the other stuff in,
Yeah.
in the interim.
Well, I think what it really makes you do is look at life and your interactions with other people. And I mean, no matter what it is, it really makes you evaluate how you even communicate with people, how you relate to them, their stories, where they come from. And when you're dealing with ethics, you start to really see that it's not a subjective sense of something, that how you view the ethics of a situation is very different than even your closest friend,
Oh,
possibly.
absolutely.
And then and then you have to even further it, and I mean, we all
Right,
can't.
we all have our own line in the sand, but just because we have a
Right.
different line doesn't mean that we're not necessarily, on
Yeah,
the same
and
path,
I think that's why it's really important to explore why you hold the ethical beliefs that you do, because unless you understand the why behind it, then you can't really justify why you hold that
Right.
belief. And so I think that's just one of the things that is really great out of philosophy, is you learn this justification process, and you don't just blindly emote different
That's really cool.
things.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's take it on to another direction here,
Okay.
and let's talk about how it is to be a fireman's wife.
Oh gosh, it's a different world.
Because there's a group of ladies, I'm sure. Do you have a core team of friends? Maybe have coffee every
Oh
once in a
gosh,
while,
no.
or okay. So you have a lot of groups.
I
One more group would probably be tough, but there is stuff like that for
there
people, right?
there are.
Okay.
And my husband works in Roseville.
Okay.
And there are a lot of the wives there that were friends before.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really part of that group. I don't know if I blend
Right.
with that group, and I have kind of had to accept that.
That's okay.
That I'm just sort of on,
We
I don't really blend anywhere.
we can't have tea with everybody, you
No,
know.
we can't.
Tell me how stressful was he deployed out there too? I mean,
No.
or did he stay in Roseville? Because they have to keep their core people, right? Because we got fires in Roseville
Well,
every day, I'm
how
sure,
it
you know.
works is certain stations are designated to go out
Oh,
on a strike team, and when those,
so he might not have done this fire, but he might be going to another fire someday,
yeah,
right?
or he
Okay.
might have gone to this fire if the team was exhausted. So it's really just this like,
Okay.
if it gets down the
Okay.
totem pole to him, then he'll go and
I never really understood because I know I met
yeah.
him the one time and I felt like I wanted to, I looked at him like I wanted to give him a hug and thank him and I
Oh,
guess
do
I'm
it.
so glad I
He
did because
loves
you
it.
were like,
No,
what?
he's
I just,
no, it's
I'm
okay.
like 2 miles from home, you know?
No, he does. I'd say a bulk of what they do is medical aids, and
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's
Oh,
true with
yeah.
any fire department.
Sure.
And those are really important because when you call 911, you get the fire department, and so they need to be educated in EMS. And
Mm-hmm.
he's a paramedic, so if no matter he'll give you CPR, he'll bring you back to life.
Sure.
I mean, all of that. So it's not just about fire. They're actually saving lives.
That's
Which
wonderful.
I think he
Okay.
did CPR this morning. Actually, I got a
Aw.
text. So
Well, you
anyway,
save lives as well, and we're going to end this segment with
okay.
your other passion of rescuing animals. Can you just take us to the first animal, and we'll go back to all the way back to the last one that you've had? But the very first animal you
See.
rescued, how were you a little girl, or did this come later on in
I
life?
think it was always if there was a stray animal in the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
it immediately got a name and a food bowl and then
Okay.
smuggled into my house at night.
Okay.
So,
Your poor parents.
yeah, my mom was like, "Get that cat out of your bed," and I'd be like, "No, mom." So, I
Do
mean,
you
it
know where
just
that cat has been? You're like,
right.
it's
It's
fine.
got fleas. It's mangy. I'm kissing whatever.
Tell me about your turtle.
Turtle. Oh, his name is Theodore. He's like this big
Oh,
now.
he's huge, and he just
Yeah, he's
bumped
huge.
into
I
the
know.
side of.
He just like kaboom, boom,
Oh,
like a
it's fine.
pinball. He doesn't
Okay.
care. He's into it. I got him when he was like this big in a little 10-gallon tank. And one of my bosses from years back, he was her turtle, and they just couldn't take care of him.
Okay.
Turtles are a lot of work.
How do you feel about birds? We have this bird. Would you like it? It's
Oh,
yours.
please don't. I
Her
actually
name's.
asked.
She screams
can't-
about 9 hours a day, but it's fine.
Oh,
You get used to it. With all these
I.
cats. Just kidding. Birds are hard. People don't
No.
know when they take the responsibility of a pet.
Yeah.
Birds are 40, 50-year commitment. It's not like, there's no like, oh, it's a bad animal. Maybe we got 13 years with
Right.
it. No.
It's not a hamster.
No.
Yeah, 3 years tops, and you're like, finally.
Yeah,
But
I
like,
know, really.
seriously, that's like the turtle. That thing's I'm gonna have to like will it my house.
Right.
And just
Exactly.
like, here
Like,
you go. it's here
somebody has
forever.
somebody has to take care of it.
Yeah, it's a big, we call it the herd.
How many animals do you have right now in your home? Not just because we're
Okay,
not doing
so
an
it's okay,
intervention,
we have
but
9.
you have 9. Okay.
We had 10. We
no
recently
kids.
lost a guinea pig.
No kids, right? These are your
No.
these are your
Yeah,
these
these
are
are our
your
kids.
children.
2 fish though, so it's really not as bad.
Okay.
So
Oh, you're
it's
counting
really
out
like
of the 9 was
7.
2 fish.
Well, they
They have
have
too.
personality.
Oh, she's a true pet person. I can't wait to hear about your next thing. Okay, when we
Okay.
come back, we're going to be talking about First Festival.
Oh, yes.
And it was amazing last year, and I can't wait for what's going to happen.
Oh,
There's
me
lots
too.
of surprises, and so stay tuned for some more. Okay, and we're back. As I promised, this next segment is going to be amazing because we're going to talk about First Festival. Wow. Okay, so just to recap what happened last year, give the audience a little taste of what happened, like maybe highlight a few of the bands, the stages, and the whole process of, how you chose West Sacramento.
Sure. So we did it at Riverwalk Park, which is beautiful. It's right along the river.
The view was
It
amazing.
was amazing.
It was
and
like,
then
you're
yeah.
here, and then you're here. And
And then when the lights go down, the big
Yeah.
pyramid building lit up and the bridge, it was really beautiful. We had 18 bands with 3 stages. We had 10 food trucks plus some other food vendors. We had over 40 community small business vendors. We had lots of media, lots of people. It was really fun. It was more than I could have imagined that it would have ever turned into. It was so great.
And what? Tell me the brainchild around it, because when I did the research, when I first found out about you, and I saw you at the Ace of Spades in that crowd, when I was like, hey, that was fun. But when I did
right.
the research, I I was like, oh, wait a minute, because I'm like a literalist. I'm like, this is the first festival, and then I noticed there was one in New York. There's one in South.
Oh,
There
really?
is, there is.
It's not a, it's a name that's been used, I think, and
No,
it's,
but the interesting thing is that they all have the same kind of concept. So this was the first festival here in Sacramento,
hmm
but there's like a franchise, like throughout the
oh,
whole thing. I don't know if you knew that, and it's cool
no,
because they have their festivals and
which is really great because I think every
but I
town
don't
should
know if there are
highlight
any.
themselves.
Yeah.
This one was not built under any other model or
Okay.
anything like that. I just, originally I had a business partner toward
Okay.
the beginning of
That
it.
was musically inclined. I mean, what's your connection here
No,
to the music? Like, I mean,
oh,
besides having loving it, but I mean, how did you come up with that? Like, 'cause that's hard to do to be a promoter. I mean, you really
it
pulled
is
it
hard.
off. I mean, like for being a
I
rookie, unless you had some seasoned veterans backing you,
no,
you know?
actually did not.
Okay.
It was me and my laptop until like 3 a.m. every day. And I'm really lucky that I have a graphics and web design background
Okay.
because I can brand myself
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And that's the first step. If you're branded, you can you can do anything. And so I got the branding, and then it just really then you just push the brand,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And uh
We're going to talk about
yeah,
that
I
at
mean,
another
I don't
time.
know. I
Have you ever thought about
think
do you ever are you going to keep all your trade secrets? Have you ever thought about maybe doing some kind of YouTube model thing, or you don't want anyone to know how you do it?
sometimes I've thought about
You know
writing
what I mean? Like a
right.
how-to kind of book or something, because you're
I
so smart. We know that you're a philosopher.
right. Which helps because I'm like, is ought
So that
I
means
do
you're
to do this
dreamy.
right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, or crazy, one of the two. I thought about writing a book
Yeah.
or something like that because I've managed to pull some stuff off, and it's just me. I've
Well, you're a
never.
work in progress, and so
Yeah.
you are going to write a book. You're not, because we're going to talk about in the next segment
Yeah.
about some life-changing things. And she's not just a coach to me; she's a life coach. Even though she's like, no, I'm not. This is before I even knew she was a philosophy major. Any of this stuff is that she has this inner glow about her.
Oh
For
my
being
gosh.
such a young woman, you are definitely one of my powerhouses, women of passion. I really appreciate you. Let's
That's
highlight a
so
little bit
sweet
about
of
these
you.
tickets.
Oh
You're so
yeah.
underground, you made your
Oh my
own
gosh.
tickets, right?
Oh my gosh, I designed it.
Why not?
I printed it at Kinko's. I cut thousands of tickets with a slide
People
trimmer.
don't know how
They
much
have
underground
no
work.
idea. I
Just
mean,
because she looks pretty and cleans up well does not mean that she's not
no.
sweating out
It's
there.
ugly. It's me on my living room floor, ugly with like littered Starbucks cups everywhere, just like angry. But it's beautiful at the end,
Yeah,
right?
it's amazing.
Yeah, the
Now,
CD,
now,
everything.
what's as far as everybody that does a festival?
hmm
What was it? Do you remember the end count of how many people kind of pass throughout the day? It's hard to keep
Yeah,
track, really.
I think I can get a pretty solid grasp at like 2,500.
Okay.
And I think if we start to throw in the volunteers and the
hmm
bands and the vendors and the people who
Oh,
just
sure.
came in, then we maybe hit three.
Okay.
But our original
Was that
projection was 1,500.
okay? So that's wonderful. I didn't
Yeah,
know what your.
it was 1,500, and
So
we
you were
really,
like, when you were
yeah,
first doing your panel, you're like, if we're lucky, if we get 1,500, that would be
right.
great, right?
Oh,
Anything above,
yeah.
would be a bonus.
I actually remember like the week of inception of this, it was like, oh, we could have like 5 vendors and a band and like 200 people, and then I mean this
It just blew
poof,
up.
and then it was just crazy, and yeah,
Well, I think that there was a lot of media people out there, and I think that in this next coming up year, as you develop and
oh yeah,
formulate the next phase of, year two,
mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to see some of that footage out there. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah,
so we produce something for you. I don't know if we actually did we bring the copy for her gift today. Of course we didn't. It's at home.
we'll get it.
But that's okay. It aired already, and we have all your footage, and so it was wonderful. Let's talk about. You're going to have a new location, and with
Yeah,
each thing, you're going to change. One of the things that you learned is that the bands were too far away from each
they
other. So
were.
tell me about
It
your
was
thing.
it was hard. It was a hard walk
hmm
between each band, and I think the timing of the bands, the placement of the bands was excellent. I
Oh,
think the
absolutely.
distance
People were
between them.
moving.
Oh yeah, and it went up kind of like a fireworks
hmm
show, and so you could actually see every band you wanted
Sure.
to and get a few songs in, which was really great. It needs to be more of a square shape and not
Okay.
a long rectangle. We need to have craft beer. That is important.
We
I'm
need some
a
sponsors out there, right?
Yeah, and it's hard to get sponsors when you have just this idea,
Right.
and passion gets you to the finish line, but it gets you there the hard way sometimes if you don't have the backing. And so now that I'm like, here's all this passion, here's who I am, here's what this was before. Now you can see like a tangible product, and then people are like, now I want in on it.
Well, we're going to
Yeah.
get you so much press this year because we
I
met you at the
appreciate it.
end of the thing. And so this next year on the road to First Fest 2,
Yeah.
you have had a lot of submissions. Can we talk about that?
Oh yeah.
Plug right now and we'll put the information up here.
So
You have so many, how do they write you and how do you want the bands to write you? Like, how do they send it to you?
it's one of the things I learned is it has to be a very specific process. And
Yes, it
so
really does because
and
they
I
need instruction.
they need instructions, and I also learned exactly the information I need to make an informed decision. And
Okay.
so
Oh, right, because you love every band. They're like, they're
I know, and I'm
wonderful.
just
And you're
like,
like,
yeah, 70 bands, everybody plays, right? And you can't do that, that's
no,
not real.
no.
So it gets really messy.
No, even in a small show, like if you're
Yeah.
at a regular little club,
It's
we
hard.
honestly don't like more than 4 bands in a night. 3 is optimal. I mean, like if you're
hard,
doing a
yeah.
small benefit, because people are going, they're bored, but this is a festival, it's all day. That's a
It's
whole
all day.
different thing,
So next year's actually 2 days.
Oh.
So it'll be over an entire weekend.
Okay.
So it'll be really cool. So
And
there'll
I
be
know
more
you'll plan it.
bands.
I know you'll plan it right, where there'll be no other festivals in town. Like, what did you have? We were competing with.
That's what this is. So the
Oh, yeah.
Sacramento Music Festival is right across the river. Total accident. It was the
I was-
biggest
and that's like-
publicity stunt mistake I've ever made in my life.
And so they try, and that's been around for what, 30 years. So it's not
Oh,
only
yeah.
were you competing with something like that, you were also like the longevity. Everyone, it's like a staple.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and
And still, you got
to pull the
2,500.
crowd. To pull the crowd, we did. To pull the publicity, we did. Competing against that, which I don't think it was. I think our demographic was totally different. That's up for debate, but
It was different music. Come on,
It
I
was
mean, so
different
it gave
music.
choices to families
And-
that were not maybe into the blues or
whatever
whatever.
that was.
Yeah.
A great festival, clearly.
Oh yeah.
Not it's totally different. So yeah, next year will be over 2 days. The way you submit, we currently have 40 submissions already.
Okay.
And it happened in the first week.
Oh sure.
It was just like, whew, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So a few of them are repeats, which is okay because I think we're going to see some of the same acts next year because
Sure.
there
That's
are
okay.
some
We didn't get
people-
enough.
No, and they are
And they're
so
evolving as
good.
artists, so it's not like it's going to be the same set
Right,
people. They're
exactly.
all,
yeah, and then
I have somebody, and I hope that she submits. Okay, Rochelle DeBelle. She's
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Luna. She's going to be staying at our house for the next 2 days.
Tell her to
Next
submit.
week, I'm going to have her. She's my next Women of Passion. I always like to plug the
Oh,
next
cool,
one.
yeah.
She's my October Women of Passion.
Cool.
And yeah, so totally your style. She's
I
a
love it.
hardcore
oh yeah,
woman.
I like
know.
some hard music, but then
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
no, no,
you
no.
can
Rock
listen
and
to-
roll. No, not
No,
like
all-
heavy metal, but just like
Oh, well.
a powerhouse of
I
a
love
woman
it.
singer. Very
I
cool.
think the way you submit is if you go to firstfestivalsacramento.com, it says play the festival. There's a tab.
Sure.
And then you just fill out the whole thing. It gives me all the information that I need. And then all of the bands will go, this year's different. So all of the bands will go before a panel of peers. So it'll be judged by, of course, me. I have the final say.
Sure.
But it'll go through some First Festival staffing and then a round table of local prominent music
Sure.
people because we got to get a mix
Yeah.
of
Yeah, you gotta get a
opinions in
mix.
there.
You really
Yeah,
do.
It's really important, I think, to hear what the music scene has to say about the music scene. Yeah. I'm not in the music scene
No.
aside from being a listener.
I've learned a lot over the last few years.
Yeah.
Of course, Cameron Kev's been in it for the last 25 years. We don't want to date how old he is or anything, but
not a day past 25.
no, that's right. Okay, so
Okay.
First Festival is. There was a couple other things I wanted to talk about with that. Okay, so we did the submissions and the tickets, and I think for this next year, once you get it lined up, I think another way to would be a great photo shoots and stuff. Maybe get a little bit more personal with each up, and we got a couple interviews, and Oh, this is what I wanted to say. The people that did the media out there, all the people that came as photographers, all the people that filmed that you graciously allowed in, we
Yes.
would love if you would, in the next couple months, submit the footage to first. And where can they
Yeah.
send that to? Because
So
you
they
can chop
all
it up.
have my direct email, and
Yeah.
that was one of the things that would be different for next year is I pretty much you asked me, you were in,
Yeah.
and you got to take do
You
the
have to
whole
take
thing.
control of your media. You know,
And
you
yeah,
you
and
you
I
know that Reality Check's going to be with you next year.
oh I know that.
Hashtag personal media means that you are personally like,
Yeah.
let me fluff your hair. Oh, this is what I want to say. See how beautiful Danielle is? Okay, if you met her at First Fest, she was hiding under something, and like you were like, oh, I'm going to put my makeup on at the end of the day. I'm going to make sure next year you have a team of people around you to make sure you're on point because you work
It
so
was
diligently, and it's
crazy.
not a vanity thing, people, but she's such a beautiful diva. She
Oh
needs to
my gosh.
shine all the way through so we can do photo shoots. I don't even think we interviewed you because you were like, I don't even
I don't
remember if
know.
we did, you
I
know?
had blisters the size of silver dollars on
Right.
my
You need a
feet.
team
Like,
to tell you
it
you
was
need to
crazy.
drink, you need to
Oh yeah,
eat.
I didn't. I
Nothing.
think
You just
at
walked
one
around.
point I like crawled into the U-Haul truck we had rented and like laid on the floorboard and was like, I think it's over. I think I'm dying. And, like,
It was so
I needed like a
awesome.
week to recover. It
So
was
we're gonna get
beautiful.
that footage. Back to that.
Okay.
Okay. This is I'm calling you guys out there. You know who you are, and I know a lot of you. Okay. I know
Send it to
every
me,
single
please.
one.
I need
Yeah,
it.
we need that because we want to do, this is a big thing. So we want to flash back, advertise what you guys did, and move forward to the next thing. So you're going to be tighter grip on the media next year coming
Yeah,
in. So you can be
definitely.
exclusive with your footage.
And yes,
Yeah.
it,
There's a
I would
formula.
say for a first year festival,
I think you did
man, was
great.
that impressive.
Yeah.
And I can even say that even though
Ugh.
I did it all. I'm just like, whoa, that really worked.
Do we have a date? We know we don't have a location.
Oh gosh, May 6th to 7th.
Okay.
I do have a location in mind,
Okay, we don't
but
need to
it's
tell
a
them that. That's
secret.
no, we're gonna keep that because we'll blurb that in the future.
Yeah.
So keep in mind next May 2016. Okay,
Early.
in our next segment we're gonna talk about her third passion, not her final one, but in this segment here, and that is her total fitness program.
Yeah, because you've got to yourself. You've got to nourish yourself.
Yeah, because if you don't take care of you, then you're not going to be able to do all these other things like
No.
philosophy and maybe a side business, rescuing animals. There's a lot going on,
Right,
taking
there's a
care of a
lot.
fireman,
That
He's
guy.
probably needy 3 days a week, right? Because he's got making up for time. Stay tuned for some more. We're going to change again. And actually, you're going to see us do a quick little workout and drink some protein. It's going to be fun.
Superfoods.
Okay, and we're back with our final segment of the Women of Passion. Just to remind you who I'm sitting here with, this is Danielle Vincent. She's my life coach. She's taught me so much because not only is she attractive and smart and businesslike, she also takes care of the inner self. So we're going to just highlight this process. You have a website that they can find more information about this thing, but let's just talk about this body transformation and before we get into your program that you do, take me to that day, that day when you were like, I'm done with this body I'm in,
Yeah.
and I'm young, and I deserve more, and why not me? That's my key phrase. Why not me?
That is exactly it. And I spent my entire life being uncomfortable. And I can remember like the first time it was third grade where I learned the difference between a flat stomach and like a belly pooch.
In third grade.
In third grade, I learned that, and I looked down at myself and thought, "Oh my gosh, I don't have the flat stomach," and it was a spiral from there. And then it was just like
Always
it
comparing
was
yourself to Susie.
always,
and,
always. It was ugly, and it's so ugly, and I just like struggled with food. I think one month I ate refried beans and sautéed bell peppers for an entire month. Oh, and a baked chicken. And I lost like 15 pounds. It was beautiful. And then
But it wasn't real. The
I
first
came out of
Dorito
it.
you
I
had.
had no idea how to eat anything except baked chicken, bell peppers, and beans. And you can't live like that.
No.
You can't live like
No,
that.
you did
Yeah.
cover the beans have protein and the
Right.
chicken has protein as well.
Yeah.
So you're on an
The
all
beans
protein.
are like a carb.
Yeah,
which
that's true.
is
It is a
crazy.
concentrated carb.
I was getting vegetables.
You
but,
were barely
I mean,
with the.
I was probably dying, and that's why I was losing weight because I was actually dying. It was crazy.
So
But then I
you-
gained it all back.
And so then you You're
It
a
was just
coach in a program,
yes.
okay? And you were coached by somebody else. How did you get, tell me about her.
I actually watched my friend Summer for about a
Okay,
year.
Summer. Okay, that was your
Summer,
link. All right.
I watched her for about a year posting what she was doing, and I thought, oh my gosh, what is that? And I just kept getting more intrigued, and I'm like, why can't I do that too?
Yeah.
Clearly, she's done it for a year. It's sustainable. It's realistic. I've known her for like 8 years.
So you know she's a real
She's
person.
a
She's not
real
one of these
person.
ones where
Oh
they
my
bloat
gosh.
you up on the. I
Right.
swear what they do is
I
they
know.
bloat you up, and then
I don't
this is
know.
what I used to look like.
And I
But
was
she
like
was
so sad in the first picture and like
yeah.
so happy in the second, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what's going on. So,
Yeah.
and I just thought like she's a real person, and I speak to her, I know her,
Yeah.
and if it's working for her, it can work for me. And it's really about figuring out your exercise language. What is it going to take for you to say, I'm going to exercise today, and I'm
Yeah.
going to do it tomorrow, and I'm going to do it the day after? Because you can't force your square peg into someone else's circle hole,
Yeah.
which is a really terrible analogy.
And
to
everyone
say
has
out
their own
loud.
style. Some people do it quietly, you know. For
Right.
me, I always have to bust myself out. Like I have to tell
Yeah.
people I'm going to do something so they can go, I thought you were doing something. I mean, it's
Right.
effective sometimes. Then I'm like, oh, I don't know. I really don't want to. And everyone's counting on me.
I'm naturally keep going. I'm naturally like a hibernator. I
Yeah.
will go into hiding, like,
Yeah.
and just be like, ugh, and
I have
I'm
to
really
change my
private.
telephone number because I said I was going to work out with someone next week.
It's like, where's Shelly? I don't know. I heard she moved to Arkansas because
Yeah.
she didn't want to do any more sit-ups.
No.
It's really a lot of pressure. But I figured it out, and the most important thing wasn't figuring out how I could exercise every day, how it
Yeah.
would work for me. It was figuring out how to eat.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea. It was like I would cry sometimes, and my method of coping with not knowing how to eat was not eating.
Okay.
And so then my body went into, for years I practiced this.
I do. As well. I'm a binge. I'm not a binge where I'll eat an entire pizza binger, but I'll go through like stages where I feel like I'm just eating, grazing.
Yeah, which
and then,
it happens. I mean, it'll happen even when you're on your health journey.
Yeah.
It's called life.
Yeah.
I
So your body
Yeah.
gets starving. Tell me about
So,
that. So it breaks
yeah.
the muscles down, because I
So-
know when we eat right, sometimes we'll gain it, but it's a different way. The
It's a
number is
different-
irrelevant.
Well, my body had gone into starvation mode, and I
Yeah.
had put myself there for years. I had been in that. And so it didn't matter that I ate 1,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
I was still 15, 20 pounds heavier than I should be because
Right.
my body would not burn anything. It was like, clearly I'm never going to eat, so I should probably hold on to all of this. And, you know, it wasn't starving so much that it was, you know, I should be hospitalized or anything like that. It was clearly eating the wrong things or what I thought was healthy. If it comes in a box, in a package, and says healthy, probably not healthy. Probably not. So, it was really bad, and it got so bad that I got shingles, I got vertigo, I got daily nausea and sickness. I would eat and
And
then
this is
feel
all while
sick.
you're trying to be a student and doing all these
of it.
different
Yeah,
things.
and
You know,
I never
a young wife.
really.
You know.
My close friends kind of knew that I was sick every day, but I rarely ever talked about that because it's embarrassing.
Well, plus, you know, after a while,
Yeah.
you're a real person, and so
Yeah.
if I start complaining about a certain topic a lot, then if I start annoying myself, I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't even, you know what? I wouldn't want to
was
hear my
like,
crap, you know.
I knew what I needed to do to
Yeah,
change it, and
yeah.
I couldn't figure it out, or I couldn't stop making excuses, and that's really what it came down to.
Okay, so let's fast forward a little
Yeah.
bit. We watched Summer for a year.
Yes, I watched
Okay?
Summer, and then finally I just sent her a message on Facebook, and I'm
I'm
like,
ready.
what are you doing? What are
Okay.
you doing? Whatever you're doing is working. And she explained it to me, kind of like I explained it to you.
Yeah.
And then she said, you know, I didn't create this program.
Yeah.
But I can coach you through it, and the support network is 90% of what keeps you going.
It really is.
It really is.
Your
You can't
website that
discount
you
that.
have and your approach on it.
Yeah. I mean,
It's huge for me to even do anything like this. How many rounds have you done?
I've done a few things. So I've done 2 rounds of the first program, which is a 21-day program. I did 2 of those, and then I took a little break, and then I came back and did the same 21-day program, but the extreme version.
Okay.
Which, yeah, it's extreme. It's a bump up, but it felt really good to get stronger.
And when you took your little bit of break, did you notice that the muscle always remembers you? It comes right back, you know.
It does come right back.
But it's like, you know.
I noticed that it was actually okay to take a break.
Yeah.
And I struggled.
I'm on 2 weeks right
Your
now.
body's not gonna. you're not going to unravel it in a week or two. You're not going to.
No.
And
But
you
I do notice that after 2 weeks,
yeah.
I'm a little like, I mean, I'm still in transformation, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
all of a
we
sudden it
all
got loose
always
again,
are.
you know what I mean? And not that it was just, it's weird
It
how it's
could
just,
even just be
it's
here.
mental.
Cuz I swear I'll go one day and I'll just be like, "Oh my god, it's all over. It's
It's our
over.
mirrors,
What
I
have I
swear.
done?" Right?
Yeah.
Right? And then you go back and do a 30-minute workout and you're like, "I'm back." And it's like that's not real. It's all in your head.
I think I was afraid. Talk about the fears. So you're going through your cycles, and
Yeah.
I listened to all. You have a lot of ladies in our chat box. Okay, I
Yeah.
recruited my sister, who's a skeptic, for the fact that she even
That girl
came
had
in and
some
did.
results.
Yeah, she has results, and she's in Vegas right
Oh
now.
my
But
gosh. Yeah.
but
In a bikini,
and
by the way.
I get inspired by all the different women.
Yeah.
Recently, you guys did a challenge, kind of a mini like one introduction thing, and I thought
Yeah.
it was fantastic because all your different coaches had their own little video, right?
Yeah.
You did
Oh,
one.
yeah. It was a 5-day, 7-day free exercise challenge. So
Yeah.
we just invited
They were all over
everybody
the
in.
world.
It
I was
was,
so surprised
yeah,
that we were
it
like,
was
how did you
crazy.
guys find that? That's
In like 2 days, we went from 0 to 80 people in the group because
I
people
got
want
and there
to
was
do
paragraphs.
it.
Honestly, I was following it for a little while there, and then I bowed out because I quit the 7 day challenge. But I read the inspirational things,
Yeah.
and it was paragraphs. I mean, I sat
Oh,
down for like
yeah.
an hour just to get caught up. I didn't realize how many women there was. I
There was
mean,
a
and
lot
was
of
there
women.
men? I don't mean to be
Maybe.
prejudiced. Men are welcome.
You know, I think women are flock to other women.
We
It
do.
really is a thing.
We
It's
do.
not that these things aren't designed for men because my husband does them
Right.
and has lost like 15 pounds and changed his whole life.
Is that hard? Well, I was like, how is he doing this when he's?
He-
Because I had him in
because
the
you
woods.
learn.
And he's
Right,
working at
in the
Roseville.
woods.
I had him at the
No.
survival camp,
Well, he's
and
in
he
a
was.
recliner watching movies
And
probably
he's
right
like,
now.
I'm all, how? And he's all, I packaged my spinach. I'm like, you're just
No.
amazing. And he's like,
No,
he's so funny.
no, he's in a fire
Okay,
station.
okay. So you got your group. How?
Yeah.
You know, and what's that?
This is a team shirt. So
How did I earned
made.
it, huh? Because
You
I was a
did
good
earn
girl.
it. You hashtagged along for like a week, so this is for you.
Okay, here, hold this. I want to
Okay.
put it on.
It's cute and comfy.
This is so cool, and this is one of the special things. This is not
Yeah.
required.
No.
This is something that you and Summer did, right? Or did
Yeah.
you do this?
Well, this is our team together. So I made the t-shirts, but Summer and I are both coaches for the same team.
This is perfect, and I love how you flared it. You have to tell me where you got your T-shirts.
I found them on It was a bargain. I hunted it down. It was
Yeah,
great.
so-
Same thing with like these
Okay, so
water
let's
bottles,
walk
stuff like
through a couple things. So we do Shakeology. Tell me about the
Yeah.
tell me about why people are afraid of Shakeology versus going to Target and getting
So-
whatever on the shelf.
It's because we're so used to protein powder.
Yeah.
We're like, you buy the jug, you put the scoop, you mix it or whatever, you shake it with your little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're so conditioned to think that if it's powder and you use it along with a workout or with a healthy lifestyle, that it's protein. And there is protein, an entire serving of protein, but there's also, it's packed with dense nutrient superfoods, and
Yeah.
there's really no other way to say that than just superfoods. And it's a supplement to your diet because you don't find any of these nutrients in our everyday diet.
Have you noticed that it changed? I feel like my skin looks better. Is that
Oh, yeah.
because I'm exercising?
Okay, seriously, my fingernails grow. I like cut them and the next day I'm like, okay, well, they're back. So it's like overnight. They just
And my hair feels yes.
Yeah,
and
my
it's
hair,
like
my
and I don't
skin,
I'm
yeah.
guilty. Not that I can't afford good product, people, but
Oh,
I'm just
no,
like
I
whatever, off the shelf. If it's $2, hey, that's what I'm putting in my hair, you know. And
So I've gone from really expensive stuff, and then when I was at Target, I was like, I really just want this coconut suave. It's $1. I really just want that, and so I buy that because it smells good.
yeah. So, but I noticed that even with this healthier style. So,
Yeah.
talk about the myths of water, Thirsty Thursday.
The water, yeah, you've got to drink water. Like
Why
a
is
lot.
it that I'll drink water and I love it, and then other days I literally talk to it like what? Like I'm
Yeah.
drinking Clorox bleach,
Because
you know?
Because you're a human
My
being.
body like rejects
Yeah,
it.
no, seriously.
And then other
Anybody-
days I drink it and I feel like my eyeballs pop out and I feel
I know.
alive.
And you're just like, guzzle, guzzle. Ah. And it's amazing, right? But some days it's like I would rather bury myself in the dirt. And that's because it's life. And I think that one of the things that will happen a lot of times when you watch someone on a fitness journey is some unrealistic expectation of what it's actually like. And the one thing I bring to my group is a little bit of reality. Like if you come to me and you're like, experiencing a problem, like Yeah, me too. Like, this is real. You are super normal. You are perfectly normal.
Okay, well, I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that because I'm afraid of this 3 day refresh thing. Okay, I
Yeah.
got it a week and a half ago,
Yes.
and I don't understand.
I had to
I
just
need to be
like,
spoon fed. You know, I'm special. You have to like, what do you mean? And what do I eat? I read the book too, but for some
yeah.
reason it's in Chinese, and I'm not comprehending it.
It's really, it's a step by step thing, and it keeps you filled. It doesn't starve you.
So is it every couple hours? Break it down. Like we have the, I
So
have the
it's,
things in here. So
and
it's
I
like,
think,
do you drink a Shakeology with it? Because it says drink your
do,
Shakeology, or is there a
yeah,
Shakeology in there?
it it comes with it comes with it.
It does, because it doesn't say the same thing, so I was
So you,
confused.
I can't remember which one we
Because I
ordered for
have
you, but you
extra.
have
I do,
Shakeology.
I have it. I just
So
wanted to
it,
know if I add that along with it. Gives me
no,
extra, right?
it's one or the, oh
What
man,
happens if you drink 2 Shakeology in one day? I digress back.
nothing except good things.
Okay, good, because I'm all, well, I
I
just
actually
like,
like
blow,
started.
like I'll
No,
blow up like,
no, it's actually okay. And I had that question too when I
like,
first
what if I didn't
started.
want to eat dinner? I just drank a Shakeology instead. Is that cheating? I mean,
I think,
I'm not hungry, but I feel
but I
like
think as long as you've eaten all
if I
your
got all my,
portions,
yeah,
right,
okay.
then it's okay. Like what I will do is put a green in it. So green is vegetables because it's a portion controlled,
Right.
color coded meal
Yeah,
plan, which makes it simple.
really, it does.
Yeah,
And when you follow it,
yeah.
it's easy. And then when you try
Hmm.
to divert, and I was literally when you measure the dressing, and then there was a time when I cheated a little bit and I didn't bring my little orange thing or whatever.
Right.
And you know what? I think I that
You
makes a
know it,
difference. I
right?
noticed.
I can look at a plate and be like, that's a red and a half, clearly. Like, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just know. And
You
when
start
my
talking a
you
different
start talking
language.
to different. When me and my husband are in the grocery store, we're just like, all right, so we got to get some reds and some greens, and people are like,
That's not that I wish I had sponsors for all these different products, but
yeah,
let's talk about your
okay,
choice of almond milk because
yeah,
we've tried 4 different kinds and yours is the best, and we couldn't find it at certain stores, and then we bought an off-brand, and we
no,
felt it affected our life,
it
and then
does
the
affect your
calorie,
life. Yeah,
everything.
if you, I mean, it
So can we
it
tell the
matters.
audience what you use?
Gosh, I don't. What is it called? It's shaped like this.
Yeah, that's all I can tell you. It's an hourglass.
It's
It's a real
shaped like
sexy
this.
bottle,
It's a real sexy bottle.
and you can only get it at what store?
I
Save
get it
Mart.
at Whole Foods because I buy my meat there. So I
Okay.
always go to the cold case and I'm like, oh, I love that.
Maybe we need to buy our meat at Whole Foods. Is it?
I am going to tell you. Let me just plug it right.
Okay.
Okay. Whole Foods is amazing because it's all organic,
Okay.
like the real organic.
Yeah, because
It's
that
all
means.
grass fed and it's all humanely raised.
Okay.
And so I only eat meat that's humanely raised.
Okay.
That's my alternative to being a vegetarian. Is that I got to know where it came
Because
from.
I like eating ham. I'm boring when I eat. Okay, when you were talking about you can only eat some things in this program, I haven't ventured into the recipe
You got it. I'm gonna get
variety.
you a cookbook. It's called.
And then we'll have
Fix It.
cooking classes once a week, and I'll just come here and we'll cook prep.
It's a lot of pressure, so.
We'll work on it. I'm
We'll
gonna
work on it.
watch next year when I do my follow up. She'll be like, God, now I have a cooking show, right?
I
I'm
know.
trying to get her own little, Um, so tell me
Yeah.
also. Okay, so we drink the
Okay.
water,
You
we
gotta
do the
drink water.
shakes.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
important.
And when we come back, we're gonna do like a 5 minute workout.
Okay.
Okay, in 30-second intervals, and we're gonna wing it.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
we
wing
didn't.
it.
We're
I'll
gonna,
think of some. I'll think of some I did yesterday.
and we'll put the
before.
timer on, and it'll
Okay.
be 5. Well, actually, he could tell us 5 minutes. But she's
Okay.
gonna. We might have to see it.
Okay.
So yeah. So
Okay.
they can find you. We're gonna have this website here.
Yeah.
Summer is your partner. Oh,
Yes.
when is your next public workout? Because that was fantastic. I
Oh,
love
we
that.
were actually talking about that summer night.
We don't have a date, maybe, but
We don't have a date yet, but it's gonna be soon.
Okay.
And we want to do a different kind of workout.
Okay.
And we're gonna have Summer and I were actually thinking of teaching it ourselves, like memorizing one of the workouts
versus watching the TV.
versus watching
Because we
the
didn't
TV.
even get to see it because of the glare. I mean, you
I
guys
know.
tried with the computer, and then you
We
had a
have
canopy.
like a projector and
That's too much
a
too.
thing-
I'd rather you guys teach us.
Yeah, and so we're actually gonna do that,
Okay.
and I think that would be fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, my husband, Cameraman Kev, loves when I volunteer work for him.
Okay.
And so I'm just feeling that as we progress
Okay.
and we change and we sculpt our bodies, and you get your workouts, you and Summer, I definitely want to be in the audience as one of
Okay.
your participants in your workout video. But I really feel that Reality Check should produce some type of
Sure.
workout videos so you can be the next, these
knows?
people.
I
They
gotta
started somewhere,
Work
right?
a little harder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over progress. Why not? Why not have a workout video with real people that are like just
That look like real
that actually we
people.
get to watch them
Yeah.
progress. Because,
Yeah.
we always get nothing against the ones that look
You know
great, but
what's
we only
really
see them looking great. We didn't see
yes.
them all bloated and not in
I
shape, struggling for
like
those
the
5 foot.
before picture where you're like,
I want to see how she got to that. So if
yeah.
we maybe, I
You know
don't know.
what's
It's
really
just a
cool?
concept idea. I
When
just
you
throwing it
do
out
the
there.
extreme version of the
Yeah.
21-day program, they have a lot of the same people, and you
Oh,
see
you see them
them.
better?
You see them better, and
What
you're
about
like,
my modified girl that I've been working with? Does she
she's
change?
gone, and I don't want to talk about it because I really miss her.
Oh, okay.
She's
I want to
not
see what
me, so.
happened to her.
I know.
Maybe she
'Cause
fell off the bus. I don't know.
no.
She's fine. Where are you?
She's fine.
Speaking of that, I'll end on this and then we're going to work out. I
Okay.
don't know the girl's name. I don't remember, but she wrote into the chat and she was struggling. Like, I don't know if I can do this. Maybe I'm just out. And we all just poured all this love.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was doing a video in the bathroom inspiring her, like, even. And then I finished the program and then I haven't been back for 2 weeks. And I just want you to know that we all go through that,
Oh, yeah.
and there isn't, and I had to say, can I have a 5 minute workout? Because sometimes you don't, and you're like, I'm on a break, maybe I'll do, that's why we're going to, this 5 minute
think-
workout.
I think with that, sometimes you've got to find your window.
Yeah.
And you don't come in strong out of the gate. Just because you have the box in your hand and you have the tools in front of you doesn't mean it's changing your whole life.
Yeah, because this box is brand new. I got it a few days ago and I'm afraid to open it. But that's the hardest thing is like going to the gym and you
your future in that
I
box.
know. I'm excited.
But I think you've got to find the mental space.
Yeah.
And your mind is a rough thing. So you can overcome it. Your body can do anything. It's your mind you have to overcome.
Okay.
And so
when we come back, we're going to show you that 5 minute workout. So stay tuned for a little bit more. Okay, we're back. All right, and go.
Okay.
I'm following you.
All right, let's grab our weights.
Okay.
We'll do some weighted lunges, and we're gonna do we'll do alternating. We'll do it for we've got our clock right there.
Yep.
For just to show some moves 30 seconds.
Sure, that sounds good.
So we'll just do the full. Get that knee as close to the ground as you can. Come back up, bring it down.
Okay, this one's hard for me.
Where is it hard for you?
Well, my knees are better right now, but when they do this in the program, we never start off with this. And by the time I get to it, I'm like traumatized. I can't do it. There's a modified version of this too. I don't remember what it was.
You can do, if you need to modify, you can do a lower dip.
Is that what it is? Okay, you don't go as far then?
Don't go as far down, yeah. It's really important.
And you know what it is? I'm wobbly.
Relax your shoulders.
I'm wobbly and I almost fall over sometimes.
It helps if you focus. I always focus. Pick something, stare straight
Okay, I'm
at it.
staring at your shoe.
And if you use your forward foot to kick off,
Okay.
just kick
Okay.
off. It'll help a little bit.
Well, I usually have shoes on.
I'm a
Okay,
barefoot.
do we do 30 seconds?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
okay, what's next? Anything.
Do you want to do the renegade row?
Yeah, show me again, because I know things by heart.
So, we'll do.
Oh, okay.
We'll do one. So it's up in a plank position, and then you row it.
Okay, go.
This one's hard. I couldn't do this when we first started.
Oh, you have your hand different. Okay.
Yeah, I got weird shoulders.
And I have weak wrists. I couldn't do this. I had to modify when I first started this. I had to go on my knees. And then I never knew how to do my butt sticking out flat
You
back.
want to
What
do
the hell is
this
flat
imagine?
back?
It's called neutral spine. So I'll just do it from the side.
Yeah.
So tuck your.
So you suck your butt in. See, so you're dipping. Is this neutral?
I think my butt just sticks out.
Okay. She has a cute butt.
I think it's just my big ass.
Okay, so that's a neutral versus. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's just imagine a straight line. So you don't want to arch. You don't want to lower.
No. Yes. Okay. You don't want to do that.
You want to find a neutral spine.
Okay, that's neutral. Okay. See, I'm already out of breath and we haven't even done anything.
I know, me too.
You know, one of the things in the tell me about this. This was one of the positions when you in Pilates and
Oh, like a C
you go into the C and then up. This was the hardest thing for me to do is to go up. And so then you go down and then you breathe on the way up. And then you go down and up. To straighten my back all the way up fully is what I so desire. It's so hard.
We just had a
What's your favorite sit-up?
I like, there's one, like this, where it's a twist and a leg, so it's like, and the higher your leg goes,
Okay.
that's
We
the
didn't
one.
warm up, so we're actually kind of cheating. Okay, you're not supposed to just go straight into exercise.
Yeah, you should warm up a little. So that's one.
Okay, that's good.
I also, there's one that seems really easy, but it really gets a good workout in. Kind of like this. So here's a weight.
Okay, yeah.
You lay flat with the weight above your head like this,
Okay.
and do like a lift
Oh, I haven't done this one.
like this, and just like pull your abs to the ground.
Oh, you know what it was? It was the push your back too, right? Because it can't. She always said
Yeah.
you can't get a pencil in
You
there.
don't want to. Yeah.
So you have a
like
gap.
push your abs to the ground. I mean, you know, you have to do your best.
Oh.
Like
yeah.
that is a good one.
Ooh, okay.
I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about standing up there? Some stuff that we said. You know something that I couldn't even do before. Okay, at the very end when you do this, I couldn't do this.
Oh,
I couldn't do this. I'd fall over.
I think I still have. There's some interesting
Okay,
ones.
so this is right here is my balance, and she goes, "Okay, get it."
Find it. Focus, like on your hair clip right there.
So I started doing my own things, like the Superman. I couldn't do the Superman. The planks were so hard for me.
Yeah.
I can do a plank now for 1 solid minute. You know,
That's amazing.
not modified.
So
You know.
seriously, yeah.
And
I
so-
think there's some interesting balance moves.
Yeah, show me those. Up for it. We're gonna end on the balance move, okay?
So if you put your arms in front like
How do you
this,
stop this?
push OK. Okay, see OK in the middle of the screen.
Okay. Sorry, I don't have my glasses
So
on.
if you go kind of like a flamingo with your arms like
Oh, okay.
turn them like this, see how I am?
Yeah. Oh.
But straighten your arms.
Oh.
And then you do a one-legged squat like this.
Oh.
Really slowly and then draw it up.
Oh yeah.
This is like this works you from top to bottom and focuses on your balance so it slows you way down. And you have no choice but to tighten it all
That was
up.
retarded. See my mouth, I'm all. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so
A lot of
generally,
complex movements like that.
can you hear us, Kevin? Generally, when we're done, yeah, stop the music. When we're done, then I like to do a Shakeology after our workout. I
always,
live
yeah.
for it. You
Me too.
taught me that one time. I did the Shakeology earlier, and then I
And
did
you
the
don't get it
workout later.
after.
And I was like, I felt so
Yeah.
cheated.
I'm
you know?
always just like, sometimes when I'm really unmotivated, I'll like put the box in front of me and just be like, after I'm done,
It's you and me. It's you and me.
because it's good. Yeah. Okay.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks for my September edition of Women of Passion on location. And stay tuned for some more Women of Passion next month.
Next month.